Hey, good afternoon. Nexo Development League. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving time. I am coming back, doing some last couple of VODs and reviews for the Nexo Development League. And today, Week 3, Match 4. I've got Merkzz here on Junkrat, Archangel playing the Nubarak, Grizzly, 64 on the Kira, and Kalkin playing Ragnaros, and Puffdog with Uther. So, I'll mainly be following around Nubarak here just to start at the beginning. One of the things I always talk about when I start any type of review is trying to make sure we understand what our win condition is, because it's very easy to play and kind of be on autopilot without thinking what our win condition is, how we are going to play the map, and what is our overall strategy. So looking at this one here, you guys on the red team have a very strong CC blow-up chain, right? So if a Nubarak lands his stun, Kira can land her stun, Uther can stun, Junkrat can throw a trap. You guys have so much lockdown, right? And so the biggest thing to watch out for is Brightwing being able to cleanse off that stun and potentially ruin your CC chain. You guys want to be making sure that you're ahead on rotations. And with Kira or Ragnaros, your wave clear is better with Ragnaros as far as Rag if he's playing 4-man. Because Tomb of the Spiderqueen, no matter what your win condition is, you have to be able to manage the waves. And it's interesting is because this map, the waves are also how you win the objective. So you need to make sure that you're able to do a little bit of both. So the engage unfortunately missed us a little bit, but we're doing okay. That's a great bomb. See if you guys can punish this. Nope, that's fine. So looking at our resources here, we were able to about equally trade. Yes, we did a little bit more damage to them, but obviously the big thing to do here at the beginning is always focus on waves and wave prio. So if you're able to get everything cleaned up and get your waves where you're supposed to go, you'll be ahead. You can see here there were 5 of you to clear that wave and do that damage, while Sonya's already bottom. So Sonya's already getting wave priority here, which means Sonya can help with a camp potentially at 1 minute, or Sonya can run up mid and gank the rotation when whoever's coming down here. So just make sure you guys are not just A-ramming just to A-ram. If you're doing it for a purpose, then it's okay. There's not really anyone stacking right here on your team outside of Ragnaros. Uther is stacking, which solo support Uther is a little bit hard to stack, especially into Maybelines and how tiny your arms are. A Nubarak's going to be diving in. You're not going to have the most range, so this can't. So we'll see how you play it. So we are going to have Rag in the bottom, so your wave clear is going to be a little bit low. Archangel, make sure you're rotating points on the team, right? So it's like if Rag's looking for a kill or something, that's fine, but just make sure that you're available. Right now, no one's controlling the bush. Okay, good job. Dog checking it. Just make sure that you're available to check the bush. And this is where I think your wave clear is going to suffer, right? Like your best wave clear is in Merkzz. And so you're going to have to make sure to be rotating as a unit to be able to stay ahead on rotations and things. So that's just a little deep here, Archangel. If you're looking for it, I'm game. But look where your support is, right? Like the next CC should be coming probably from Puffdog. Even if Grizzly can hit this max range E, it really should be Uther setting this up. And so just being able to communicate that you actually are looking for this dig, so that way you can get this kill. Because I do think you can blow up Brightwing. Like, if you land all 3 of your stuns, you can definitely get a kill here. But, like I said, it's just a little bit too far forward. And so even Merkzz was ready with the bomb, right? You get 1 more stun there, that'll be a kill. So, we'll go back to Archangel's camera. So, that's fine, early tap. As long as you get it before 2 minutes, it's usually fine. Kira's looking for kills, I'm guessing is what they want. This is a good opportunity again. Puffdog, I don't know if that's twice I've seen you not mounted as you're rotating down, but maybe it's just because I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure if that was a premature dig or if wave clear. But just make sure we're working together. Oh, Puffdog is behind in lanes because he's auto-attacking to get his quest done. Okay. That's what we're running into. Okay, so we went to kill Sonya bottom, but we didn't bring our best CC heroes. I'm going to just guess Sonya gets out just fine here. And it's mainly because we don't have the best we don't have the heroes that actually will secure and lock down this kill. Right? Like any time that a Nubrak is showing, that's where our engage is coming from. Yes, other people can engage, but this is going to be the, the warning sign, the white flag. Hey, watch out. Like the tank is here. So when the tank is showing in lane, right? Cuz like if we were to look at just at their vision for a second, right? They see that you are in lane, both of you. So they know that you are rotating down right now to try and help with this engage while they're working this camp. Right? So Brightwing probably has Z, which she does. So she can Z in onto Robear. I don't think Robear is in any danger. So just something to think about as they're rotating and doing stuff, if that's what you want to do. Yep, Robear gets away just fine. Didn't even need the Brightwing Z. So yeah, just be aware. And then a Nubrak, as much as a Nubrak can catch soak, a Nubrak really shouldn't be the one trying to soak. Right? And so what I mean by catch soak is picking up the little XP globes and every once in a while using abilities on the wave just because you have to hold the lane. A Nubrak has is beetle build, right, on 1. So one little cheesy trick you can do is you can drop your beetles to absorb shots and stall out the lane. So you can pseudo freeze the lane with your beetles. So, like right now you're lane clearing with it, which obviously you're needing help to lane clear, but like that's not really your job. This is where things get a little bit weird. It might be draft things or just communication. Because as soon as you show top here, Archangel, the enemy team says, hey, there's no tank. I can engage without being punished. Imagine if you stunned this OldLady, or May, whatever, the name's OldLady. If you stunned May right here, after the bomb, oh my gosh, you may not even need it. Merkzz got a good bomb. Well done, Merkzz. But like, if you would have stunned her when she's trying to go in here in the double tower range, she would be getting shot by the towers. Well played, Merkzz. So, just something to think about of where you're supposed to go as like the initiator and playmaker for the team. So, because wherever you go is where your DPS are normally going to follow. So, right now, you're doing this camp, but it's not like you shouldn't be really spamming your abilities. You're out of mana, and your tap is coming back up. But yeah, just something to think about is who's doing what job and where. So we're leaving Puffdog to finish this. He also needs auto attack stacks. So this is a little neat. Even if you were to hit all of your buttons here, right? Like, there's nobody in range to actually secure a kill. Yes, Grizzly can follow up with an E, but Grizzly will probably end up killing him or herself, because as soon as that happens, Brightwing can push Critical Mist, or push her D, and her D cleanses one of the people. And so if she uses the cleanse while Kira's on, Kira gets knocked off. So again, like, we've used all of our buttons, we've used our tap. Like, we're just kind of using our buttons as wave clear. And as much as you need help wave clearing, that means that you don't have buttons available to actually get kills. Which, again, my view of your win condition is stun, 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 blow up. Right? Like, you guys have a really strong win condition there. So, trying to get the turn in. We got poked by May. This is great right here. Right here. This is your chance. I want to see it. You see, and your burrow charge isn't up. Right? We, like, used it over here for scouting. So May might actually get out of here alive because of the opportunity cost of using your stun. No. 100%. Okay, we're going to back this up real quick. How much health did she have when the Brightwing landed? Because I want to say that that's a kill if you have your burrow charge. Your burrow charge does 120 damage, and you took... Oh, you're full beetle build? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so maybe you don't actually have to kill here then. Okay. 137. 725 health before the Brightwing lands. Right? 400 health. 440 health. So I will have to wait to see if your full beetle build gets value, Archangel. But if, just as a, quick topic for discussion to look at, if you would have taken Under King here on 4, it increases your burrow charge damage by 100%. So you literally do double damage. So this burrow, which I just said does 120 damage, right, would have done 240 damage. Right? And that definitely would have put us in a chance where we might be able to kill this. And so, yep, just gets out of the way. Bear puts enough pressure on there. Unlucky. But that's why everything has an opportunity cost. So, oh, nice boop again, Merkzz. So don't feel like you have to spam abilities on cooldown to make something happen. Good job coming up here, Kalkin, to make sure that you get the turn in. Great job again, Merkzz, using your traps for scouting. So, all right, you guys got your first turn in. So, what should you do? Right? Every time you get a turn in, you should be thinking to yourselves, how do we turn in? What do we get the most value? How do we win? Because one of the things that you will run into is every time you get the objective, depending on what your win condition is good at, it may not always be do X. So as good as typically the top lane is what people speak to, because the boss is in the top lane, so if you knock down this, then the boss, when you take it, has a chance to knock down this. The top lane isn't always best. The middle lane tends to actually be where a lot of value happens, because it removes the opportunity to safely turn in and get tap. So if they're trying to channel right here, they can run home, or if they're trying to channel here, they can run home and get to some sort of safety without risk. But if you're able to knock down this wall, so it's like they have a longer distance to safety to get to either lane. So the mid lane tends to be a little bit more valued if you can try and at least soak all the other lanes. So it doesn't have to be a verbatim, like one person here, 3 people here, 1 person here. But there's different ways to play this. And based on how your guys' composition and strength is, before I tell you my thought, take a moment and think, where should we be pushing? Where should we be supporting the web weavers? What should we be trying to do while the web weavers are up? I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, your win condition is kills, right? So you actually want to be trying to kill them when they defend your web weavers. You've got 2 stuns, a displacement, a 3rd stun, a 4th stun, right? You don't siege very well. This team does not have a lot of siege damage. You have wave clear, right? You've got Ragnaros, you've got Junkrat, but like none of these people are sitting here hitting buildings. With a new brat going full beetle build, you can tank a few more shots with the extra beetles. So the way I would like to see this played, based on the waves, right? You always want to push out your waves. If you can, try and push out your wave, because the web weaver will spawn where the wave is cleared. So right now, this web weaver middle is going to spawn probably neutral. This one top is going to spawn here, which is great. This one here is going to spawn behind, but that's because Robear did his job and cleared it out. So if I was you, I'd be looking to support and get kills in the top with at least 3 of your heroes, getting Rag to get this clean back up, so that way you have your XP and you can get to 10s first, and then see where they respawned. So I would send everyone top, all 4 top, just at the beginning here, see if you can get a kill. If you get a kill, get this building. If you don't get a kill, just make sure you get the soak and knock down this middle wall. So as much as I want middle first, just because of where the waves are positioned, you might get more value top. So you guys rotated and did the opposite. Okay. Maybe you thought that wave was in trouble. But okay, doesn't matter. We're still looking to kill them. So Asmodean's clearing bottom. We left Junkrat here. Focusing on middle. I like all of the beetles being spawned here. That means the weapons get more value. Rag's answering top. Okay. This is all over the place. Okay, so that's a good engage. Alright, so let's back up, because that actually, I think, should have been a kill. Okay. A little bit further. Come on. Okay. So, I know, it's pickup games, or free agents, or maybe not a full team, but just something to think about. So you're mounted, right? And we've blown all of our abilities to help siege. Which, like I said, we can do that when we don't see anyone or that's worth. Okay. As soon as you're thinking about digging in, right? You need to try, as the tank, to communicate, I'm looking to dig. I dig in 3 seconds. Stuns in 3 seconds. Because if you can find it, right? Because OldLady just used, or May, sorry player, OldLady out there. May just used her escape tool. Right? Sure, she has a D still, so she'll be able to tank some damage. But she just used her escape skill and is now on the wrong side. You can stun this May with either one of your stuns and have all of your people following up and probably get a good chance of killing this May. So it's like, but instead, we're digging for the deeper target, and look where our follow-up is. Like, I don't think anybody knew that you were going in on that target. Because the two people that can follow up and stun best just cannot reach. And then your Q kind of went deeper instead of like hitting the targets that were in range. So, yeah, they tried, right? They tried following up on that. So, okay. We got 10s first with the XP still. If we look at what we did, we got a mid-wall. This is about maybe half a wall. And practically no damage up here. This was all done before the web weavers. So I would give this web weaver somewhere between a C and a B. In general, you usually don't get more than 2 walls with a web weaver phase. That's kind of what you're looking for, but you can get a lot if you get kills. And I just don't think we were very committed to one of the lanes. We ran between each of the lanes. So just try ahead of time to plan out what you want to do or which ones you want to attack. So that way you're not wasting your web weaver's time and life. Yeah, it looks like there might be a good pick here. Hey, you got it. Good rotational kill. Well done. So, way to use your 10 advantage. Now, what are you doing with it? Right? You got a kill. Let's do something. There we go. Good stun. Good follow-up. Good try. Right? That's all you can do. So you can just hit your 2 stuns and see. You guys do have turn-in, so you're going to use your kill to get a turn-in and try and snowball this. Rag went lava waves, so that means your waves are going to be managed, and you also have good anti-siege. You got turn in. Good job filling up before you turned in there, Archangel. So remember, guys, we don't want to fight too hard. Uh-oh, Kalkin will be in trouble right before the weapon respawn. Oh no, Puffdog! This looks scary. Yeah. Oh, Merkzz is going to live. Puffdog's going to live. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, I've mainly been doing red team so far, but we're going to do blue team here. So let's back up and give some blue team some comments. Okay, so let's switch. Okay, so blue team just hit 10s. So Brightwing's looking to polymorph. We see that they got turn in. OldLady May here. It is calling out, hey, why is it not showing May? Saying, hey, they're down here, or Robear. Someone's calling that this Ragnaros is overextended, which is the correct thing to do. Look at where Ragnaros is, right? Okay, so we were able to get the Rag without having to use any of the tools. We see they're collapsing on us, and so we palm Ice Wall. Okay, so right here, we need to make a choice, right? Because we don't have Asmo. So this is a 4v3 once Brightwing lands. Okay? Are we in or are we out? Because Angel here, yes, it's Q build, which is fine. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like your Q build and your Q's on cooldown. But, like, you can be free auto-attacking these people here. Like, yes, this one's in the ice wall, but your positioning, you can be looking to auto-attack on this side or this side and get some more damage in. Because it's clear we're not communicating if we want to fight or we're done. Because look at, like, May's in, Brightwing is in, but like nobody else is in position to help. So this is definitely at least a Junkrat kill. If we all work together here, if we were sitting here attacking, waiting for the ice wall to come down, this is a free Junkrat. Instead, we wait too long. This is a good 3-man sleep Robear. But it's like, but now, so the ice comes out, and we just aren't able to get the kill. That's a good boop attempt, right? And now our focus fire's off, right? This guy's got 300 health here. Brightwing's in the cocoon. Angel's trying to get Brightwing out of the cocoon. Right? Merkzz ends up living. Robear can't finish the kill. And oh no, Brightwing popped the D. Brightwing ends up dying. Oh no. So, communicate your engages, right? Like, I think the ice wall was good, May. You caught 2. You guys got your pick. Communicate what you want to do. And then also, if you know that you're not going to have Asmo for the whole time, right? And Asmo is going to instead free clear and siege, just back up, right? Asmo was up here the whole time. So you had an opportunity to take advantage of your numbers advantage. But, you know, play to your strengths, right? If you're going to have an Asmo and he's going to be split pushing top, don't fight down here. Get your pick and then just clear the web weavers for free. So, all good. Okay, well, red team lived, and so they were able to get a counter engage. So let's see what you guys do with this. So, oh my goodness, Robears. Okay. So following around, the top web weavers are gone. Mid web weavers are probably finally get the building. So, and then as a team, we should try and do something. Okay. Yep, we're gonna go home. We're low. That's fine. I like Puffdog idea of at least trying to push top. I said everyone else was already on their way out. Okay, we don't have turn in, and they do, right? Even talent tier. We want to make sure, to the best of our ability, they don't get a free turn-in. We've gotten 2 turn-ins back-to-back. That's one of the best positions to be in, right? With our 2 turn-ins, we still haven't gotten a lot. We finally do have the bottom wall and mid down. So we, having tap available as red team, should be looking to defend these turn-ins, not like kill ourselves, but poke and outlast them. We've got Meteor build Rag. We've got Junkrat for poke. Right, when someone tries, if we can get like an Anubrak set up here, and we have like Junk like sitting here poking, and you've got, you know, maybe Uther ready to help too, and then Rag is just watching this one with his meatball. So it's like when they go to turn in, you might be able to blow someone up because they think that they're safe. Puffdog, he's gonna be okay. But we're getting, right, so like we used a lot of buttons on Puffdog, and we gave them a free turn in for 2 camps. Right? So let's see if your camps get value during this turn-in, because we gave them the turn-in for free. So Rag's already fire waving top before the web weavers have landed. So something to remember, Rag, as much as they're here, make sure you're using your flame on time. Right? If you can, you want to be able to hit the web weavers, and you also want to time it. I think it's at 15 and 45. So there's or 12 and 42. There's a Ragnaros timing guide for lava waves. I know you can't do it every time, but when you have the opportunity to do a lava wave, you can get the most value per lava wave, because when you spawn it, it takes like 10 to 15 seconds, I think, to go across the entire map. And so if you time it right, as soon as the minions spawn here, your lava wave would instantly kill them. And so you end up clearing additional additional wave for free. So try and do that, because now, yes, you know, the wave's not here, but we weren't able to do anything with it. And so now this is too far. We're definitely like yelling, run at them, run at them, run at them, but like we can't. We're just so split. And like Rag's abilities, can I see his Molten Core range here? I can't, but I see you're hitting here. So Kira's chasing. We got one in the cocoon. Okay, So we get the 1 kill over here. It's definitely a little disorganized, but not too bad. There's some good body blocks right here. This is a great... Oh, Archangel. Well done. So your lava wave ended up... They stayed too long, right? Like, they could have backed... They should have waited for their web weavers to spawn. So... Brightwing was stuck in the cocoon. This is a very well-placed cocoon on their healer because Brightwing couldn't Z to save Asmodan now. So that was really well done. And then Asmodan kind of ran. Like, I know we're trying to split here so we don't die. Right? Like, as soon as the lava wave came out here. Okay. So right here, Mei doesn't have Ice Wall anymore. We used it here to stall for the Uther. And so this is one of those things of like opportunity cost. We used the Ice Wall to hold an Uther that really wasn't doing anything, right? Like, he really wasn't going to stop your turn in. So we Ice Walled Uther here, and now we don't have it, right? Like, you could use it just as a terrain blocker. You don't even have to catch people. You could just Ice Wall right here. And it would actually stop them from this engage. And then Asmodan needed to let go. So look at us running away. We're running away in a giant clump. Puffdog gets the first stun. I expected fully Archangel to follow up on that stun. Right? Like, if your team's going to stun, you want to be working together. So Uther ends up getting the stun, and then Archangel shuts down the healer. And it was just enough time for Merkzz to get this good concussion mine, and that secures it. So, it was a little bit disjointed because Grizzly started spinning already, but that was just enough that you needed to get your kill. So, little things. And then, you had your D, you have your E. You didn't get a chance to use it. Okay, unfortunate. So, and then, of course, with the web weavers, Robear's trying to just maximize value and take out what he can bottom while they're doing that. So, Brightwing's available to help. So, yeah, unfortunately, so our web weavers blue team didn't get much because we overcommitted up here top, right? If we are planning to backdoor and fight things, just save buttons for it. Okay, looks like Robear's running away. He'll be fine. Okay, back to red team. So once again, red team. So we should be, every time web weavers are done, we should be checking. Are we close to objective? Are we not close to objective? What's worth taking? And how do we continue to push our advantage? So right now, waves are pretty much even. Right? You got an even wave here, even wave, we're a little bit ahead maybe here. So it's like, and they just took that camp. So for our win condition, we want to run at them and get stuns. So if we can find someone in a bad rotation, this is a great trap. If you find someone in a bad rotation, we might be able to get a stun. We need to answer their camp. So this is pretty good. Since you went full beetle build, you're kind of making up. It really turns on at 16 for helping your additional siege pressure. Oh, this is super deep, Robear. You deserve to die here. Oh. The ice wall stopped the CC train, so it looks like you're going to be okay. So, we've ice walled out the healer. Robear's going to be leaping in. We don't have leap. Okay. I don't know if we want to fight this blue team. Yeah, okay. Disengaging cocoon. Alright, all good. Everybody kind of threw their buttons and nobody died. So we're answering the camp middle. And then we're pushing bottom. Mid into middle. Middle was first anyway. Bottom's first anyway. Okay. This is a very dangerous camp move if you're trying to camp. Oh, this is a good read. Archangel. Are you just cutting your losses here, Robear? Because, like, you might be able to trade. Oh, Brightwing with the save again. But Brightwing dies for it. Oh, no, wait. Maybe not. Brightwing. Oh, okay. So, I'm not sure, Robear, if you thought you were peeling for someone or you just saw a clump and hit R. But, like, we definitely weren't ready to fight. Mei was, like, up here at the turn-in and ran into Kira. So, that's unfortunate. So, we're going to have some staggered deaths and we're losing one of our gems. Oh no, we still got most of our gems with Angelfire. So, okay, well with that, red team, what are you doing? Right? If that's running to boss, I say great call. Oh, even better, if you can get a freebie. Oh, Kalkin, don't kill yourself. Taking buildings? Alright, well done. I don't care if it's boss or buildings, but anytime you're up, push your advantage. You probably could have sneezed on bottom, but I think you guys were running towards boss and then saw someone and then said, okay, now we can't boss, so let's just take the building. So, good call. Good pivot. Way to be flexible. Okay, Archangel's getting mana, so we don't want to fight too hard. We now have turn-in. They also have turn-in, so once again, we don't want to give them a free turn-in. Most of their gems are on Vala. Where's Vala? She's showing here middle, right? So we want to make sure that we deny their turn-in as well as get turn-in. I see Merkzz is coming down here. Careful with these bushes. No one's checked this bush yet. Oh, they just showed top. Okay, so look where you're engaging, Archangel. Right? It's hard to kill Mei in general without like a Stukov silence or something that, you know, can burst her down. And you've got all of your DPS are on the bottom half and Rag's bottom clearing. Like this is a bad burrow. Every time you burrow, it's not this linear, but in general, when you burrow, either you're killing someone, you're running away. Those are the only two. You're killing someone or you're running away. So every time you push E, either you die or someone else dies. So you pushing E here, like, just didn't get punished, right? They weren't in position either to really like do anything about it. Ice Wall missed, so that's one cooldown if you guys are tracking cooldowns. Okay, so I saw like a new Brax ready. He's like, I want to go in. None of your stuns are up. So I don't know, it was just a panic, or it's like, I can cocoon the Brightwing. But just, so you want to be able to follow up your cocoon with your own stuns, or you want to cocoon and engage on a target. Like, there's a lot of, like, intricacies of buttons of how you can make things work. But, like, this is unfortunately going to be a wasted cocoon. So I don't know if you thought they were engaging on you after the Ice Wall, but, like, you guys have 16s, so you have an opportunity to actually get the objective, push something. So they're all showing. We're going to try and turn in bottom. Sure, Archangel's the one that needs to turn in. Blue team, you gave them this turn in. That's not good. And now you're split. I don't know where the rest of your team is, but someone showed here. This is a great dig. If you can lock down that Brightwing. Nope, Brightwing. That's okay. It was a good look. Good follow-up there, Merkzz. Puffdog gets a stun. Robear counter stuns. This Brightwing still might die. Nope, Brightwing lives. Well done. They're healing with death. Keep healing, keep healing, keep healing. 1 for 1. Alright. And red got the turn in. Cool. Yeah, let's knock down bottom real quick and then make a choice. Lava Wave went top to secure your push. I like this. I actually like this Lava Wave top a lot. So top is obviously where you're going to have the furthest push, and so the fact that you guys are all showing bottom and you Lava Wave top means they have to now make a choice. Am I going to answer the push here, or am I going to answer the push here? And so Lava Waving this means that this is going to be sieging, so your team, which once again your win condition tends to be stunning and killing people, the 4 of you guys can collapse on anyone that tries to defend this lane or this lane. So let's see what happens. So we're going to push middle with a new Brack. You see Vala's top, right? We end up stunning the Mei. Any follow-up on the Mei? Nope. Okay. Ice Wall slows down your push a little, I guess. Not a big deal. Okay, we need to start, now we need to start paying attention, right? Junkrat's pushing bottom, so you're going to get the walls already gone down here. You guys are now 3v4 middle. Right, there's the Vala. That was a dangerous burrow Vala. Oh my goodness. That are dangerous tumble. Huh. I understand you get 2 Qs, but like that was danger. Like you almost died from just the stun and rag meatball. If Kira was there, that would have been dead. Alright. Hey, good job, red team. You're up 2 levels. So once again, I said, every time the web weavers are done, you want to be looking at the map status. What are we doing next? And what's the objective count? So they almost have the objective. We're up 2 levels. It's even talent tier, so we want to make sure we don't give them the turn in for free. We don't have to force a fight since we're even talent tier, but you see the map is currently in your favor. You've got stuff pushed here, stuff pushed here, stuff pushed here, right? So you guys have an opportunity to put down vision and control what they do. Your merking isn't super fast, so you can try and run and get this camp, but I think you guys should be not even worried about the camp, but seeing if you can stop, because no one here can really solo it. If you had, for example, if Sonya was on your team, you could just send Sonya here, and then the rest of you guys can focus on poking. And so that way you're stalling the turn-in, they're not getting any value, and you get this camp, and then you can start pushing them or fighting with the camp as the camp goes and escorts itself middle. So, let's see what you guys do. So, we are running to the camp. Kalkin's turning in top. We see that they're here and here, so you guys have some time to do this camp before they show, but let's not give the turn in for free. I like that Kalkin's posted top. Okay, Kalkin showed. Archangel's watching and scouting. This is all good. They took their camp as well. Yep. So we just showed that they just showed top. We need someone to be getting ready to watch top, because any turn in from them is free. Okay, we found... Well, you might be able to get this kill. Alright, you did. Well done, right? Like I said, I saw them rotating top, but you guys guessed bottom and found Azmodan, so it worked out. Right? And you guys actually layered your CC pretty good there. Let's look at the CC layer real quick. So we're watching bottom. We saw Azmodan. Yep, Azmodan walked right here, and the other two walked right here. So Archangel's calling Asmo. Hit both the buttons, hit both the stuns. Trying to slow him down. Grizzly gets the stun. And then it gets blown up by both. And so we're going to keep chasing. Archangel puts a cocoon out on Vala to try and get more. I think you do get the Vala here. Did we not stun this Vala? Okay, well you have... Okay, Puffdog stun 2. This leap is to try and stop the Junkrat from getting any additional damage off. They're fighting under their spell armor, so they're taking reduced damage. We engage on Angelfire again. Like, I like where you're looking, just where's our damage? Right? We need to be communicating what we're trying to do. And I think Sonya only died here because of the Junkrat bomb. Is that what happened? Or did Robear kill himself chasing the Junkrat that was weak? So right here, like, the ice splits everyone, so you have to make a choice on what you want to do and where you're going to go. Puffdog's going in deep, and then all of the DPS are running away. So Robear chases... Oh my goodness. So Robear almost solos Junkrat here. Right? So Junkrat lives because of the death, and he has tap as well, but... It just kind of shows the disconnectedness of what the two teams are doing. Like, it's okay to go in and get your kill, but, like, none of the DPS are with you on your engages here, Archangel. So try and communicate where you want to be or what you want to go. That's a great stun interrupt. This should be a good CC chain. Right wing. Oh, that feels bad. I'm sorry, Bright Wing. That's one of those where Bright Wing's like, I need to save my friend, and it's just death. All right. You guys get free web weaver clear. So this is going to be one of those ones that maybe the answer I'm about to tell you is unintuitive. But what should you do here? You have 2 people on the enemy team dead for 30 seconds, Sonya down for 19, and Asmo down for 6. What should you do? You guys are up 20s. You want to push your advantage. I say you guys should knock this down. Like, knock this down and knock this down. I would totally ignore bottom. Like, let Rag, like, fire wave it when it's time. Like, I would totally ignore bottom. because you guys can get this building for free while they're dead 4. And then as they're rezzing, you guys can clear this web weaver and knock down this wall. So that way when it's all done, right, because the web weaver will be done, the boss will be open, and you can take the boss and push with boss in for a core. So let's see what you do. Archangel's pushing top. You guys are pushing middle. Lava wave at the top. So it's dead, of course. Oh my gosh, it's not dead. You guys went to the boss play still, though. Like, you guys get the boss. They're down 2 players. It's just, see, if we would have... Yeah, I think you guys could have gotten this building, and then this would have been pressured. But this is fine. Talk about little optimizations. So you guys should get this boss for free. Being full beetle build, you're now getting a lot of value by auto-attacking. Good job bushing. Oop, you just showed, though. Make sure you don't toggle your beetles on for free, right? Don't forget you can toggle those off. So that way you don't accidentally reveal your position with the beetles. Way to be in the bush, though. Potentially, because you have to do this quickly. You don't have to do it quickly now because you see there's 2 bottom. But if you have to do this quickly, Junkrat putting his stuff here is enough of a ward that you're not really warding anything anymore, right? The main reason the tank is in the bush here is to make sure that they don't invade you, right? Like, you want vision of it, so that way if they were to walk up, you can make a decision. Hey, they're coming, right? Like, you standing here gives you vision. They're coming. So it's like, and you can choose, finish the boss, or hey, they're coming, let's kill this guy, right? And then you can throw all your stuns and kill someone. So, okay, you get the boss. 21s versus 18. Support that boss. GG. That's what right? Because you guys want to kill things under the boss. There's no reason to go mid anymore because you're already 20s. See if you can make your combo work. All right, this is a little deep. Can you execute your rewind combo? If you can do your rewind combo, I think she dies here. So E, Q. You want to rewind? Okay, no, you're not going to go for it. Okay, Kalkin got this for free with the meatball. Interesting. I don't know if I like this. Like, Molten Core, did you take Upgraded Core? You did. Okay. I still don't know if I like it. So, Upgraded Core I like. I do like Upgraded Core. I think it's good, especially if you're already winning. And it's not a big map where you need 2 lava waves. So, this is really good. What I would like to have seen is to use it here with your team, or use it with the boss. Because there's no guarantee that you're going to get value out of this Molten Core. And if you're trying to split them to you, like, they could hypothetically come down here and kill you. So, like, if you were here instead with your team, right, like, this boss would be doing additional siege damage, and when a Nubrak dives in, you have additional damage to kill. See, they walked towards you. They should not be down here, right? Like, I was about to say, like, you can't use your Q and things to stun people. But Brightwing actually walks towards you. Oh my gosh, you almost got the Brightwing. Okay, so again, Cocoon comes out. You already blew your rewind. You have no stuns, no abilities for this Brightwing. Try and sync up what you're trying to do. Make sure your cocoons are purposeful. Merkzz get barely gonna live. Alright. Let's see if we can find our finish here, right? Like I said, the boss is still pretty healthy. We don't have Molten Core anymore to help us siege with the core or defend our push. So you guys are going to need a kill. If you don't get a kill, you probably need a backup because your siege is not good. Alright, it looks like it's on the Sonya. The second stun. Nope. Alright. Missed our kill. We back up. Ooh, doggy! Oh, man. This poor Brightwing. Brightwing is trying so hard to save the day and ends up getting herself killed. And Junkrat's Hire finishes him off, and that should be game. So, just stay healthy. You've got your tank. GG. Hey, a little messy, but it worked. You got your kills. You were able to end with core. Like I said, you probably couldn't end without kills, and you got them. So, well done. Um, I feel like this was a little more disorganized. I would have loved to have seen more follow up on your cocoons. I would have loved to have seen you work more with Puffdog, right? Like, you don't always have to be the one that's engaging. So it's like, but anytime you burrow E in, if unless Puffdog's somewhat in range, your E plus Q is gonna make it hard for Puffdog to like mount up and walk up and stun what you're already hitting. Same thing with Kira. That's why I was like the combo pretty much needs to be a Nubrak into Uther into Kira, just so that way that person is guaranteed to die, and then Merkzz can be cheeky with a bomb or a trap underneath it or whatever. So it worked out well. Let's quickly look at some talents and things. So you went full beetle build, which I guess for the additional siege pressure and push, which definitely helped. You got some extra siege because of that. I don't know, without going back and seeing how many times the extra beetles gave you value or how many times the extra beetles healed you, none of your fights went long. This talent is more about like the beetles getting long, like the fights going long, and you getting more siege damage. And so yes, you sieged, especially here at the end. You're gonna get all these extra beetles because you're auto attacking. But like this is a talent that like obviously you have to go full beetle build to get value out of this talent, which you did. So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to analyze how much value that talent got, but I'm glad you went full beetles and you stuck with it. And then I didn't get to see you use your rewind combo successfully. Not that you didn't, just I didn't get to see it because I was watching other things. So, yep, I think W build Molten Core is fine. Nothing too crazy. I actually really like your Resilient Flame idea here because the only way you die is if you get like Leap CC'd and all that stuff. So, yeah, so being able to stay tanky will be helpful. As well as we get the Spell Armor one too. Or is that the Pixie Dust on you? Yeah, Spell Armor there. So, which will be helpful too into Q build into Rag. Not Rag, into Asmo. Extra round timers, hit for explosions, bog down, slow, junk. So you made yourself more of an AA assassin, which is fine. I think this is actually probably the right time to do it. When you, instead of being used for your utility, you're being used as a DPS. It's definitely tricky. I think Junkrat can use like all of his builds or all of his talents, so none of them are really bad. Obviously, if you're gonna go AAs, right, you're gonna probably want to go. So this is great for the map. I love the extra round timers, more vision, more ability to poke and stall. And then obviously if you're gonna be going not traps, and you get the AAs for bonus damage. So mine slows. Okay. Is the silence going to help you? Is the first question, right? If the silencing traps, I would have probably looked to take the silencing traps. I'd have to see how many times someone was slowed, because this is a good slow. But like, usually the displacement's enough to get a kill. Like, the silencing on this could be really strong because it could mess up May and it could mess up Brightwing, right? They jump in to save someone and then they get silenced and they're not able to leave. Tires are good. I loved your 3 tires that I got to see. And then obviously, yep, basic attack and damage. If you're going basic attacks here, you got to go basic attack here. And then this is amazing. Makes your game so good. Yep, cannonball. Well done. Did you have top damage with all of your auto attacks? Yep. Well done. No deaths either. Great job, Merkzz. All right, let's take a look at our Kira. Basic attacks. So I'm not a Kira expert. I'm just going to tell you the build that I'm used to seeing for 4-man Kira. It's Q here, just because it's bonus damage, because usually you're following up on somebody rather than trying to finish off somebody weak, because you're not guaranteed to always hit somebody that is hitting weak. So I'm used to seeing either the dot damage here for the bleed in the offlane version because it can heal you more, or the Q build for the 4-man because you're guaranteed to hit enemy hero 3 times because you're following up on stuns. Then here, The armor can be good if it was AA. I don't, is it, or you just get flat armor. You get 10 armor. I guess it's okay since you went AAs here. I don't, this typically doesn't do much versus evasion makes you evade completely. So this is probably correct. Just because there's not enough AAs. So this is good. It gives you some magic armor. This one here is tricky. So the fact that basic attacks heal you for 20% of your damage, and you went AA is correct. But if you go Q build here on 1, it's Q build here. Just because, like I said, you are going to be hitting your target. You're not going to miss. So I like that you went Q here, or your spinny spin. I think this one's underpicked. It's pretty fun. It's a fun one, especially when you get level 20, if you take the silencing one too. And then I don't know if you guys had talked about it, but I thought a Divine Shield was coming out to be able to secure it or set you up. Obviously, AAs, keep picking AAs. I'm glad that someone on your team took an Armor Rip. I don't think anyone else on your team has Armor Rip. Junkrat didn't take it. So I'm glad someone on your team took Armor Rip. Because if you have it available, that is definitely how you get additional damage and things killed. So, good job grabbing Armor Rip. I usually like Booming Kick, but that's fine. And then being able to see low health enemies is kind of neat. But, I don't know. I would have to see if you got value out of this talent, this game. Because obviously you're dead at 20. So, but like if you would have instead taken the silencing one when you had the spin over here earlier, you may have been able to live, as well as the additional D to get you out. But no big deal. And then let's look at the tank or healer, Ghost Dog, Puffdog. As solo heal Uther, this is always the tough one. Which one of these three do you go, right? Because like more stuns definitely worked towards your guys' win condition. It's almost like you were playing Tyrande instead of Uther, if that makes sense. Because you were 100% playing off of just bonking people and getting kills. And so I think it worked. I think that's fine, especially since you took movement speed on bonks, and then you took cleanse. I didn't get to see your cleanse usage, but just make sure that you are using it. Sometimes adding that extra button gives you a burden of execution, makes it difficult. So make sure you're using your cleanse as well. Divine Storm, it went all in on your guys' win condition. CC, and get them killed. Obviously, more stuns, good. So this one here, I'm guessing, is because you weren't comfortable taking the other button. Because usually this build will take Benediction, because then you get more stuns, right? If you take Benediction with this stun build, you can, it's kind of disgusting, because what you can do is you get a stun, right? So you can stun, and you have a 10-second cooldown. So what you can do is you can stun for the first one, auto attack for the duration of your auto attack, right? Because your auto attack, where's your character sheet? Will it tell me how fast you auto attack? Well, it's only in try mode. Whatever. Let's just say at worst case you attack one auto attack a second, right? I think it's faster than that. So you stun someone and you hit them with an auto attack. You then took reduced cooldown by 1.5 seconds every time you auto attack, right? So if you attack someone after you've stunned them, your stun is now on an 8-second cooldown. Then you use Divine Storm, right, which stuns them for another 2 seconds. So you've hit them now 3 times. You can then use your Benediction to reset your stun and stun again and auto attack 2 more times to get another stun. So you have the opportunity to stun someone by yourself for 4 seconds. And that's outrageous. On top of doing, what is this, 259? Well, this is level 20, so it doesn't really count. But we'll just say 250, that's 500. So that's 900 damage to one target and stun for 4 seconds. It's really strong. So if you need to work on getting used to playing with Benediction, just go into try mode and play around and see if you can do it. I like this one. Like this is probably the better one if you're not taking it, because you're not self-healing in this game. You're not being like a tank where you need to be out and healing yourself. So obviously this is probably better for what you're doing. And then I like that you took Divine Hurricane for your win condition, right? I think other talents are good. I would not underestimate the power of being able to res. You can bait a whole bunch of cooldowns, especially if like leap potentially was their way that they won this game. So it's like you could just get leaped on purpose, and then you come back to life, and it's worthless. So all good. I know I mainly focused on red team, but we'll quickly look at blue team. Just look at some talents, see if there's anything that we can give some feedback on while we're looking at it. So looking at Vala, Vala went Q build this game. I'm not really sure if it's just because that's what you felt comfortable doing, but on this map, this map tends to go to 20. You guys just barely missed 20, even after all of the deaths and things. And so Q build is typically for single target burst, right, or for Immortal Race or camping, right, because it does bonus damage on, I think it's this talent here. Oh, you took the hungering damage here. So you actually went more of like a mage Vala. So you guys essentially have two mages between your Azmodan and your Vala. I would have liked to either been W build this game or AAs. AAs I can understand if you don't feel safe, especially into Anubarak and all their CCs. So I would have done Fire at Will instead, where I just get this stacking damage buff. Because one of the weaknesses of Uther is that he tends to be only one heal, like a single target heal. And so you hitting their entire team with burst damage over and over, as well as Azmodan hitting the entire team with burst damage over and over, can be really strong. Obviously, that if you're going Q build, you got to take Hungering, so that way you can vault and get it twice. And then, since you're not doing PvE, you took the damage one, which is fine. The one thing that's weird about this is that it does more damage to slowed enemies. I don't know if you noticed that. So what you want to do if you are going to take frost shots in your Q build is you want to W first and then Q. I didn't get to watch your side of the game, but just something to remember. When you're doing Q build with this, you're going to probably want to Q, tumble, W, Q. Like, obviously, ideally, like the perfect world, you're going to try and blow somebody up. Your tank stuns someone. You W, Q, tumble, Q, A as you're walking down and try and get a kill. So, but yeah, that can be difficult to do. Then stun here is good. I think this stun saved many people and helped set up kills. This is correct. If you're going Q build, usually you want heals. So this is actually, I can't say this is correct. This is typical, is what I should say. If you're going Q build, this is good because you're going to heal for more of what's done. But I would not say that it's required this game. There's a lot of spell damage coming out, especially from Kira and Rag. And so Gloom may have been good to help keep you alive. I don't think you were getting locked down and focused as well as some of the other teams maybe have punished you for it. And then this also comes with the extra button of execution type of thing. So I don't mind this, but just something to think about is if you are going to be going spell, if they have a lot of spell damage, you just flat out get 15 spell armor for free, and then you can stack up your spell armor by eating your hatred. And so if you consume all of your hatred, that's an additional 30 spell armor. So you could have 50% reduced damage to spells during that time. Good job picking up Manticore here. And then at level 20, you become Farfight. I think you take the Farfight Quiver. I know you want more Qs. I know you do. Everyone wants more Qs. But this is usually what you want when you're Vala late game on this map. You need someone that can help siege your buildings, and this will help you win the game faster. This one will be flashier and get you more damage, but yeah, take the Farlight Quiver. So, alright, May, how'd we do? So, AA, Spell Armor, Movement Speed, Ice Wall, Polar Vortex. Sure, I think it's fine. I don't think there's really a... May has like 2 builds, and this is one of them. That's fine. I don't think you need to go full E build, right? Like, you could have taken the reduced cooldown here, but I think the way you were playing was fine. This one here is a little iffy. Like, obviously, the biggest thing about this is that it gives you additional slows. But you could also take cooling servos, which just make your auto attack slow. And so, um, yeah, I don't know. I tend to like cooling servos because it gives your base abilities to recover 200% faster. And so, when are you in danger? When you pop your D. So if you need to get out of dodge or you're in trouble, you usually need, it's because you've popped your D. So being able to do this means your abilities come up faster while you're in the ice block, and that might be what gets you out alive, right? That might be what you need. So I would have taken that talent here instead of this one, this game specifically, but I understand this can be fun. And then I do like doing more damage. You went AAs here, so doing more damage is good. Anytime you slow an enemy or that, you do increased damage. So fights from them tend to be pretty quick and explosive, so this can be hard. I also like Black Ice because obviously does more damage, gives you kind of more burst, and as well as obviously the slow doesn't decay, and so when you hit them with your slow, they effectively are rooted, right? And 80% slow is almost a root. So it's pretty fun being able to root people, and that way they can't get out of your blizzard even if they wanted to. And then at 20, upgraded ice wall is amazing. Being able to reduce armor is nuts. And then if you think you're dying, you can take this too. If you do take this because you're dying, make sure you pop your D first and then die, because this will pop twice. All right, Brightwing. Brightwing, you did your best this game. I'm sorry. You got the healer curse where you had to kill yourself over and over to try and save people. That's a Brightwing problem. It's one of the reasons I don't play Brightwing. Max health, I think it's okay. I like Magic Spit here just because it gives you more poke. Critical missed 100%. Being able to peel off their CC meant that you're going to heal them like crazy. Blink heal for repositioning. Safety dust. I think that's the right one. What else was on that talent tier? Yeah, I think that's fine. And then Criterize. So once again, does anyone else on your team have Armor Rip? I don't think anyone else has Armor Rip, so I'm glad that someone on your team took it. Make sure you guys are communicating who is going to have Armor Rip. So, maybe needed stasis? Question mark. Like this could have saved your life a couple times, maybe when you blunk in and then being able to phase out. But it also comes with the extra button problem. So, something to think about. I like this talent. I think it's good in this situation because it gives you more burst damage because no one else on your team has Armor Rip. So I'm glad someone has one, but something to think about as well is Dead Brightwing is not a good Brightwing either. So, yeah, I don't think you played Brightwing bad there. Just a thought. And then what we got? Asmo. We did that one. We did that one. Oh, Sonya. We didn't do Sonya. So Robear went slam, slam, slam. It's pretty much all slams. Damage over time. You were the main Merkzz? No, you weren't the main Merkzz fall and then Merked. Sure. More poison damage. You can help get one-shots. This is kind of what you did as a one-shot build. So you could probably one-shot Junkrat or Ragnaros by themselves. Movement speed. Slam. All good. I think that's fine. Obviously, pivot what you need to live if you need to get the Nerves of Steel here to get more living. And then lastly, Asmodan. I'm not an Asmodan main. I 100% call it out right now. You don't have to go the hero one, right? Obviously, they're pretty grouped, being 4 melee, so I think this one works. But don't be afraid to do potentially Greed, where you do bonus damage to minions and stuff, because you might be able to clear your waves really fast, as well as get more stacks. So, and then this is also the E-build one, where you get more range for your All Shall Burn. And so, since you went E-build here and here, I'm kind of surprised that this wasn't the choice, right? Because, yeah, All Shall Burn, right? That's this one. Yeah, usually this goes with All Shall Burn, just because it increases the range of your All Shall Burn, so that way you have more, they can't break the tethers easily. So, and then here, sure. I don't think this really matters. This could be used for extra vision, but it doesn't really matter. You're not auto attack build on this one here. So this one you didn't take the AA talent here, so AA here probably doesn't save you much. So also burn. Yep. Like I said, if you're gonna go E build, backdoor, E build. And that's dumb. Yeah, I like this. 4% damage. Trample could have been good too. Right? I think actually trample could have been really good for you here to be able to get out of dodge or to do some more bonus damage. And then usually this upgrade here is the all shall burn slow, right? Because then you just run people down. So, all right. Great games. Good job, Nexo Development League. Hopefully you guys had fun. Hopefully you learned something. Just make sure, like I said, you're playing towards your win conditions and you're playing together. So hopefully you guys had fun. Thanks for coming out and supporting the CCS group. This is Rock. Have a great day.